New Doctor Who companion actress Millie Gibson says upcoming episodes will attract a lot of Gen Z, feature many controversial elements. First of all, how much more controversial can we get after what we've seen in the last 4 episodes? I'd really like to know that. How much more controversial can we get? Okay, so this is an interview that she gave to The Independent, and this is an article that's come from Bounding into Comics based on what she said in that said interview. They're aiming to attract a lot of Gen Z. Do I have any Gen Z viewers here who have watched Doctor Who, the current one that we've got, and have either liked it or have hated it? If you are here, wave, say hello, and let me know what you think of it so far. Do you love it? Do you hate it? And I don't mind if you do, and I don't mind if you don't. It's absolutely fine. You can love it or hate it. So, in continuing to break the already broken spirits of many a long-timer fan who had hoped this new era may bring a narrative course correction to the Time Lord's space-time adventures, new Doctor Who companion actress Millie Gibson has teased that the show's upcoming episodes will not only attract a lot of Gen Z viewers, but also feature a number of controversial elements that may lead to fans to question the show's identity. When I hear things like that may lead fans to question the show's identity, I think a lot of long-standing fans, and I mean going back to classic all the way through New Who up to present day, have already gone and done that, and they've questioned the show's identity. What more can they give us to make us go, this is not what we used to watch? Are we going to see a lot of identity politics written into this? Now, there was a trans character in the last episode, and how that trans character was featured was the trans character was just there because, in reflection of everyday life, trans people do exist. They are here in our world. They're very much people, and there was no big deal made out of it. And that's really how it should be, integrated naturally, just as part of storytelling rather than forcing identity onto us. Are we going to get that? Judging by what we also saw with the Star Beast, are we going to get that and expect it to be like that? Is that what we need to expect? And this is going to attract a lot of Gen Z viewers. Do I have any Gen Z viewers in the chat? If you are there, let me know what you think of the current state of Doctor Who. You can love it, you can hate it. It doesn't matter which. I don't mind. Gibson made her debut as the Doctor's latest partner, Ruby Sunday, in the 2023 Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road, otherwise known as the premiere of Ncuti Gatwa's run as the titular hero, provided this tease to her time in the TARDIS during a December interview with UK-based news outlet The Independent. Pressed by the outlet's senior culture and lifestyle writer as to whether or not she could give any details as to what fans might expect from her and Gatwa's adventures, Gibson carefully asserted, Ruby has a relationship with the Doctor that I don't think the audience has necessarily seen before. Okay, my next question is, what exactly would that be? Because we've seen a lot. We have seen a lot. Even in just like New Who, we have seen a lot. Let's find out what she says, because she does give an answer. She really humanizes him and balances him to be more like her, really more innocent and pure and human, which is so beautiful to watch. Right, let's address this. Okay, first of all, the Doctor's an alien. Is it possible to humanize aliens? I think a lot of companions over the years, be it the classic or the New Who, have already balanced the Doctor out very well. Does he really need to be humanized? I guess, like, out of all the Doctors, that you could say is probably, well, for me personally, the most humanized, I guess you could say. Perhaps Peter Davison's Doctor. I find him very much more, even though he's a bit arrogant, there is a certain level of humanity, because he had to obviously be a complete contrast as well to Tom Baker. That's just me personally what I find with Peter Davison's Doctor. But humanizing him, balances him. I do honestly feel that is something, that is the role of the companion, other than to ask questions and provide it as an insight for the audience into the Doctor's world. I do actually feel like the job of the companion is also to balance out the Doctor. Not necessarily to humanize him, because we still have to remember that he's an alien. Each one offers a balance, in my opinion. There's also a hidden secret with Ruby that rolls throughout the series. Oh, big surprise. Big surprise there. Listen, I don't know how much of this was being coached and what she's actually saying off of her own back. So I guess we will see as time goes on which has been coached and which hasn't been coached. From there, Gibson claimed that her and Gatwa's first series or season for American viewers would have an element of Black Mirror in it. Now, I've not watched Black Mirror. It is a Netflix series. It's dystopian and dark, has elements of fantasy. So I guess we know where that's going. And it's going to grow darker. Big surprise. Doctor Who can be quite dark anyway. She further declared that the series' upcoming slew of RTD-helmed episodes will attract a lot of Gen Z. Hi Gen Z, what do you think of the current Doctor Who? As they go with the times and represent a lot of faces and themes that are really important to see on television. Okay, now my biggest issue with that is it's how you go about it. I don't care if a trans character is there. I don't care who's there. It's how you go about it. How you do it, how you tell it. Is it going to be subtle, or is it going to be rammed down our throats like it was in the Star Beast? Should be subtle. When I watched Good Omens, there was a non-binary character in that. Wasn't a big deal. They didn't make a big deal about it. The non-binary character, they were just there, and they were acting great. Good. Didn't affect the plot. There's so many controversial elements to this season, the good sort of controversy, and it's what we need to see on our tellies. I'm going to say this. People have been calling Doctor Who a drama recently. To me, Doctor Who has never been a drama. It has been a historical sci-fi show. And yes, whilst it's great for the companions to not be ignored and to have actual storylines, which is something that you don't often see in classic Who as much, it's not a soap. So we need to be careful not to carry on annoying people in the way that they don't want to be annoyed. But the thing is, people will tell me, well, Rachel, if you don't like it, don't watch. Fact is, I'm not actually going to be watching the next series, but I still would like to commentate on it. So I'm going to give it from an outsider's perspective. I watched Ncuti Gatwa's first episode. It was terrible. That was my opinion, and it has now encouraged me to switch off. So, if that happens, that also makes me racist, right? Even though I don't care about Ncuti being black or the fact that we have a black doctor. But don't worry, that's fine. I might as well just say it. Anyway, it's really cool to see that they're doing concepts like this and changing it up, she concluded. And the conclusion to this is, unfortunately, for not just Gibson, but the entirety of the current Who crew, it seems audiences are less excited about the future of the 15th Doctor. Now, I'm going to say this, I think there will be a slight spike in viewership on the first episode, but I think that will drop off. I don't think it will stay. It's been bleeding viewers ever since its debut of the first introductory specials, The Star Beast, and then of course it goes on to talk about the viewership and the ratings. Not all the figures are out yet for the Church on Ruby Road, but it wasn't good. I've already talked about that in another video. Go and check that out. Let me know what you think. What controversial elements could be going on? How is Ruby as the companion going to make the Doctor even more human, as possible? How is that going to happen, seeing as we've seen it so many times already in so many different ways? And I actually going to say this, I feel like at the stage with Doctor Who, because we've had so many doctors, it's gotten to the point where they're running out of ideas. They can no longer use regeneration because it's old school, it's old hat. Did you know that regeneration was brought in because William Hartnell physically could not continue in the role due to his health? That's why regeneration was brought in. William Hartnell never did his regeneration. Pat Charlton did it for him. But that genius bit of writing meant that we could actually have a show that ran for 60 years. but now they're having to retcon everything because they're running out of ideas and they can't create nothing new. There's a lot of things that we've had in these specials that I've noticed that we've had similar things, like the picking up the tooth and all of that sort of things that have happened already in what RTD has done. I feel like there's a bit of a regurgitation. Like the second one, it felt so much, second special felt so much like Midnight, just that Midnight was better. To be honest with you, if this is the way it's going, Disney Plus is welcome to it. But I am going to continue commentary on it, and I'm going to have my say, because I've watched it for so many years, ever since I was teeny tiny, that I feel like I should have my say, just like everybody else is having their say. Anyway, that's it for this year, in actual fact. So thank you to everyone who's actually subscribed to my channel. It's been going less than 6 months at this point, and the fact that I've actually had a good amount of viewership and hours watched, that's all because of you. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a happy new year and a great 2024, and I will see you then. Thank you. Bye bye.